What's up, guys? This is Alan, and today I'm making some money. Yes, I'm doing some hardscaping, spreading some gravel. I've been doing some work for this customer, and she asked if I do landscaping or hardscaping. And well, I'm a handyman. I can do everything. So yeah, I'm spreading some gravel, and I said yes because well, I'm in this for the money, not just to sit around and watch other people work. Now, whether you like doing this or not, that's up to you. Do you have to do this kind of work as a handyman? No, you don't. But you know, I don't like to pass on money, so that's the reason why I'm doing this. Gravel and hardscaping is very popular in my area. In your area, it could be something else. It could be grass, it could be mulch, it could be compost, all kinds of other stuff. But this will apply to you as well because the idea is the same, and that is to make money. So, like I said, I don't do this every day. Um, and the reason why is because there is a lot of competition in my area for this kind of mindless work. Anybody can get a pickup and shovel some gravel around. And most people are not afraid to do that kind of work. Yes, it's back breaking work, but people are not afraid to do this kind of work. And that's the reason why you're going to have a lot of competition. The more competition you have, the cheaper it is to hire somebody to do any type of work. Now, handyman work, on the other hand, people are afraid of it. People are scared. So, the more fear somebody have, the more money you're gonna be able to charge for it, and the less the competition you're going to have. So, anyways, what I'm doing today is I'm spreading some gravel. It's not a makeover. It's just filling in some bare areas, and that's it. So how do you estimate this kind of work? Well, there is an online calculator for everything. So that's what I do. I go online, type in whatever calculator. For this case, it's going to be gravel, and you can type in, whatever you need, the square footage, how deep you want it, the size of your gravel, half inch to 1 inch or whatever. And you can even put the price in there, and it will actually give you a rough estimate of how much you need. It will give you the cubic feet by weight, by ton. Very easy to do, and this applies also for grass, concrete, mulch, whatever you need. You can find a calculator for anything online. But anyways, and that's how I got an idea how much gravel I needed for this job, which was 2 tons. Um, so how do you estimate this kind of work? Well, I don't know what the ongoing rate is. Um, so I have no idea. So the way I charge is based on how much I charge for being a handyman. So just because I'm doing mindless work, it's stuff that other people can do for a lot cheaper, doesn't mean I'm gonna charge the same as those people. Now, is it my fault the customer did not do her homework? Well, it's not, and it's not like I'm charging a lot of money. I'm charging what I'm worth. So if you think that's a lot, I mean that's on you. Now, if you want to know numbers, I will give you the numbers towards the end of the video. But like I said, you can find a calculator for anything. So what kind of equipment do you need for this kind of work? Well, do you have to have a trailer? No, you don't. Do you have to have a pickup? You probably do need to have a pickup because if you go rent one and then by the time you go rent a trailer, it's just not worth doing this kind of work. That's the only bad thing about doing anything that requires a trailer. Well, wear and tear on your equipment, and then if you don't have it, you gotta go rent it. So when you're estimating the jobs, you gotta add that cost to whatever you're gonna be charging. So thankfully, I already have a trailer and I already have a pickup. So the overhead for me is really not that much. But if you are a brand new handyman and then you get a customer that wants you to do whatever type of work that requires you to get a trailer, I mean, just add it to the cost of your overhead and then just charge for it. And then if the customer says yes, then I mean you're good. If they say no, then just it's fine. I mean, you're gonna get a lot of people that are think you charge a lot of money, and then they're gonna call somebody else. At the end of the day, those type of people you don't want to work for, because they're gonna nickel and dime you for every little thing that you do. And to be honest, I mean, they can just hire somebody else. You want to make money, you want to make the most amount of money you can for the least amount of time you can accomplish something. So yeah, so for this job, can you do this kind of work on a pickup? Yes, but the problem with that is it's gonna take you several trips, and I mean, gas is not cheap, so, and your time is not cheap either. So it's a lot easier just to, if you don't have a trailer, go rent a trailer and then just get it done in one trip. Now the gravel you see right now, it looks a different color, and the reason it looks a different color is because it's full of mud. So towards the end, I'm gonna wash it off, and you can see how the color changes. Another thing that I like to do with this kind of jobs is I like to tell the customer that I may not be able to match the gravel they have 100%. So that way, when you come back with the gravel and it doesn't match, they already know, you already told them that it's not going to match 100%, so you're not going to have any issues. Are you going to be able to match the gravel every single time? No, you're not, because a lot of the times, whatever gravel the builders use is just whatever they can find the cheapest, and then they mix and match, and then it's just never going to match 100% when you try to fill in or buy gravel in the future. So that's the first thing you need to tell your customer. The second thing you need to tell them is, well, how much are you going to charge? And, I always also tell them that, they can check online, get other quotes, and then, if they want to book an appointment with me, just let me know. The only time I do this kind of work is usually for people I have already been working for. And the reason they hire me is because they know the kind of work I do, and they trust me, and they just don't want to hassle um, hiring other people, and then meeting new people and seeing if they're actually going to do what they say they're going to do. So they know they may be paying a little more with me, but they don't mind it because they know it's going to get done. So let's say this is the first time you're doing this kind of work. So how do you find gravel? Well, if you're a handyman, you're going to be driving everywhere, and you are bound to drive by places that sell stone and gravel and whatnot. So that's how I found this place, just by driving around. Another thing you can do is check on prices. You can just call and then see how much they charge, and that way you can estimate it in your jobs. The first time I did hardscape or spreading gravel, I mean, I didn't make much money, so technically it wasn't it wasn't worth it for me, but I didn't mind it because I was learning. So anytime that I don't make money because I underbid something, I don't get upset because I take it as a lesson. It's a lot cheaper than going to college for 4 6 years for a worthless degree and then coming out making minimum wage. So I take it as a paid lesson, and I don't get upset. I learn from it, and I don't make the same mistake again. So like I said, yeah, the first time it didn't go as smoothly as this one. But I learned my lesson, and here I am. So let's go ahead and fast forward real quick, and then let's see, we can talk about some numbers. So, how much did I charge for this job? Well, when I first estimated the job, I assumed that it was gonna take me about an hour per ton of gravel uh, to spread it, and thankfully it was right next to the street, so it did take about an hour. The total time that it took me actually was 2.5 hours, and I charged $550. I spent about $100 on gravel, and gas probably I would say maybe another uh, $10-15. My pickup is not the most gas efficient. When pulling that trailer with that much weight, it was about 9,000 pounds. So I was getting probably 6-7 gallons of, uh, I mean 6-7 miles per gallon. So you gotta understand that it's gonna cost a lot of money in gas too. But yeah, 550 minus 100, so profit for this job was about $450. Did I charge a lot? Too little? I think I was fair. You have to understand this is hard work. 2.5 hours of non-stop shoveling gravel, going up and down, and that's not counting the time that it took me to go pick up the gravel. So if you count the time that it took me to hook up my trailer, go get the gravel, drive to the customer's house, you can easily add another hour. So technically, if you count all that, then that's 3.5 hours. Um, do I like doing this kind of work? I mean, I don't mind it. As if I'm really busy with handyman jobs, I will not take them because I just don't have the time. And doing handyman work, I can easily make more money for the same amount of time and less effort as doing, hauling gravel and all that good stuff. So, like I say, do you have to do this kind of work? No, you don't. But I want money, so I don't like saying no. But right here you can see, and I'm washing the gravel off, and then just to make it look nice, because it was full of mud. And the customer was happy. I was happy. Everybody's happy. Could she have gotten somebody else to do this cheaper? Most likely. But like I said, the reason she hired me was because, well, if I say I'm gonna do something, it's gonna get done. I guarantee my work too, so if there are any issues in the future, they can easily call me and then I'll make it right. And people seem to like that a lot, especially the guarantee is they know for sure 100% everything's gonna get done right, and then if it's not, then I'm gonna make it right. And that to me is worth the extra money. I don't know about you if you ever try hiring a handyman and then they didn't show up on the day they were supposed to, or they did crappy work. I mean, if you think about it that way, would you have rather paid a little more and gotten your project done on time the right way, or go through the hassle of getting somebody cheaper and having issues? But as you see here, it's all done, good to go. But yeah, easy job to me at least. But like always, guys, comment below. Don't forget to like the video, and I will see you next time.